From TheMokeyBros, and today I'm coming at you guys with a Madolche deck profile for the April 2014 format. Now, this deck is extremely popular. It's very strong. It's got a lot of support, and we'll be getting a little bit more support when Primal Origins comes out, as I will be showing you in the deck profile. It's got some really good plays, and it can swarm really easily. It can open up into good XYZ monsters, and it is very fun to play. So let's get right to it. So first, we've got the card D. This is a good card to play because you want to draw. You need the correct cards in your hand to be able to do your plays. Plus, it gets the monster into your graveyard, so it's a target for Hoot Cake, and to use its effect. Then we have the double effect Veiler. It can pretty much negate any effect, any monster's effects, and it's really good. Also gets the monster into the graveyard for Hoot Cake effect, so it's a target there. Then we have the Madolche and Jelly, the new card that's coming out on Primal Origins. When Primal Origin, yeah, so it's currently, but it's on Dueling Network, so I thought I'd include it. It's a really good card. It lets you can normal summon it. It lets you tribute this card, tribute Angeli, to special summon the monster from your deck. The monster from your deck can't be destroyed by battle, and then it's shuffled into your deck during your next end phase. So it's really good. So you can special summon something like Messenger Gelato. Use Messenger Gelato's effect. Take Shadow to your hand, for example, and then you can XYZ summon with Messenger Gelato, so that it's not shuffled back into your deck. Or you can just keep it there to kind of stall if you need to, while you're getting the old cards that you need into your hand. So yeah, it's a really good card to play. I guess you can play a 3 when it comes out. It will be ultra rare. So I guess it'll be pretty important in this deck. Then we've got the triple Shadow. Not Shadow, sorry, Hoot Cake. It's a really good card simply because it lets you special summon a lot. You need to special summon Messenger Gelato in order to get its effect. So Hoot Cake's extremely important here. So you can normal summon this card, banish a monster from your graveyard, and then special summon a Madolche monster from your deck. So that's why you play the Max C, you play the card D, you play the effect Vela. And you also play the Phoenix Wing Wind Blast if you want to drop another Madolche monster into the graveyard. Then you have the Magdalene. It lets you take a Madolche monster into your hand, so you can take the cards you need to go off with your plays. It's a pretty good searcher, kind of. And then it includes all of Madolche's effects, which it's shuffled back into your deck when it's destroyed by battle or by a card effect. Then you have the Madolche Messenger Gelato, which is extremely important in this deck simply because it lets you take your Shadow to your hand, your Ticket to your hand, your Palooza to your hand. So you will find that the spell trap cards do play a big part in the deck, especially Shadow. I mean, the Madolche monster attacks are pretty mediocre, such as Magellan having 1400, Messenger Gelato on 1600, Hoot Cake 1500, and Mufui even less, I think 500. So you will find that you need Shadow on on the field quite a lot. It puts Messenger Gelato up to 2-1, Magellan up to 1-9, so it does give them a lot better attacks. So you will find you're trying to special summon Messenger Gelato a lot. Also, it's a warrior, so you can XYZ summon into Excalibur, and then get a nice 4000 attack on the field. Then you have the Mufui, which is really important in the main Madolche play, because it lets you special summon. So even if you take something like, if you use Magellan's effect, take Messenger Gelato to your hand, normal summon Mufui, special summon the Messenger Gelato, then use Messenger Gelato effect. It's really useful. You also, if you don't know about the Madolche play, you need Mufui and Hoot Cake in your hand. Normal Mufui, special summon the Hoot Cake, use Hoot Cake's effect, banish one monster in your graveyard, special summon the Messenger Gelato, take Ticket to your hand, and then you can overlay Mufui and Hoot Cake into Saber Invoker, detach, special another Messenger Gelato, take Tiaramusu, and keep on recycling and pretty much swarm the field. Then you have the Maxi. Just to get your cards into your hand, you need to draw quite a lot with this deck. So it lets you get the best cards into your hand, and also it's a hoot cake target. Onto the spells, you have the Book of Moon, the Dark Hole, the Triple Chateau, which is probably the most important spell in your deck. It raises all Madolche monsters' attack by 500 and their defense, and then you can also shuffle any Madolche monsters you have in your graveyard into your deck, so you keep on recycling your monsters. Then you have the Ticket, which you can oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention about Chateau. That when a Madolche monster is returned from your deck to your graveyard, you can I think take it into your hand. So I always forget to confuse this with Ticket. You can add it to your hand instead. So you can, instead of putting it into the deck, you can put it into your hand. So you keep the hand advantage. Then there's Ticket. As long as you have a fairy monster in the field, when a Madolche monster is returned from your graveyard to your deck, you can add another Madolche monster from your deck to your hand. So you can take what you want to your hand. So it comes in really useful, and you keep the hand advantage. Then you have the triple MST, the one upstart goblin. You could play more, but with Angeli coming out, you want Angeli there, and I put the Phoenix Wind Blast in as well for one of the Angelis. I don't know. Onto the traps, you have the bottomless trap hole, the compulse, Madolche Palooza. This is a really good card because you will find sometimes that you have a lot of Madolche monsters in your hand. So because it's a trap card, you can even use it on your opponent's turn. Just use this and special summon as much as you can. And then when you special summon, because you don't want it going back into your deck, you can XE summon quite a lot and get off into really good plays there. You have the one Mirror Force, the one Phoenix Wind Blast. This is a really good card because, well, it stops your opponent from doing anything, and you can drop a monster into your graveyard, so it's a Hoot Cake target. And then you can use Hoot Cake's effect whenever you want. You have the one Solemn Warning and the one Torrential Tribute. Yeah, so that is the Madolche deck. It's a really good deck. It's all got effect of shuffle it into the deck when it's destroyed by battle by card effect, which comes in extremely handy, keeping your so you will find you have a lot of cards in your deck a lot, so it doesn't really thin much. Yeah, and then you also keep the hand advantage because of cards like Chateau and Ticket. Down to the Xyz monsters. You will find you can summon into a lot of Xyz monsters simply because of the different types that they've got and different levels, such as Mew Fui and Hoot Cake being beast monsters and level 3s, so you can summon into level 3s. You've got Messenger Gelato or Warrior at level 4, so you can do Excalibur or even Tiara Musu. And then you've got Magellan with Spellcaster at level 4, so you can use that to go into Tiara Musu. And Angeli, which is coming out with Primal Origins with a fairy. So to activate Ticket's effect, you do need a fairy monster on the field, so Angeli could work. Tiara Musu works. Once you XD summon, that works. So with the XD monsters, you have the one Diamond Direwolf. You have the one Exciton Knight. Yeah, really good card with pretty new card, and it's really good, so it's good to use in the deck. You have the Gaga Cowboy to finish the games off. You have Excalibur, so you can summon into this with Messenger Gelato, because it's level 4 beast, level 4 warrior, and then you can detach twice from this to make its attack 4,000. And if your opponent has no monsters in the field, that's a pretty high damage done to his life points. You have the MX Saber Invoker, which is extremely important in this deck. You have your level 3s that you can open up to with Mew Fui and Hoot Cake. So you can open up to this, detach, and then special summon the Messenger Gelato. You'll find that you need lots of ways to special summon Messenger Gelato simply because that's the only way its effect goes off. So you can use Hoot Cake, Mew Fui, and then MX Saber Invoker. You can even use Madolche Palooza. So this card is really important and is one of the main cards in your Madolche plays. You have the 1/2 Tiramisu, and it's a really good card. So you can shuffle cards into your deck. So keep the deck advantage there. So you'll find you'll have like pretty much no cards in your graveyard with Madolches, making Hoot Cake pretty hard to use. But then that's why you have the Sidecar, the Vela, and the Maxi. Tiramisu is also really good because it's a fairy, so you can use Ticket's effect while this card's on the field. You have the 1 Maestroke, the 1 Silent Honor Arc, the 1 Leviathan Dragon, yeah, the 1 Utopia, the 1 Black Strip of Corn, the 1 Heartland Draco, which I started using a lot more, so I just love the sound of it. You can detach an Xyz material from this card and it can attack your opponent directly. It's got 2000 attack, so it's like a better version of Gaga Cowboy almost. A really good game finisher, and also cannot be targeted while you've got a spell card in the field. So with my Fire Kings, I play Tenki, so it can't be targeted by attacks. And with Madolches, you play Chateau and Ticket, do 1 field spell, 1 continuous, so it'll pretty much always stay on the field. And then to finish off, you've got the level 3 Wind Up Zen Mains. Yeah, so that is my Madolche deck profile. Hope you liked it. There are a lot of variations that you can do simply because of the amount of Madolche monsters there are out there. But I think this is a really good one. You could play a 3 Mufui, but I do find it clogs up the deck pretty much. Or you could play a 3 Ticket, but that is a bit too much. You only really need Ticket when going for the OTK and finishing the game off. I will say Card D, Effect Velo, and Maxi are pretty important in the deck, because you need monsters in your graveyard, and you will find you need that a lot because Hoot Cake is pretty important, and then they also benefit you. So that's really important. I've got a lot of traps in there, but they're all pretty good. You could take out Phoenix Wing and put another Upstart Goblin in there if you want, or another Angeli when it comes out, which should be an extremely good card in this deck. Right, yeah, so that is my Madolche deck profile. I hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you'd like us to do any other specific decks and profile them, and we will get them out as soon as possible. Alright, and I'll catch you guys later.